It's the realist.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy, Realistic, and in this video, I'm going to take a little bit of time and talk about how it felt to win my first Grammy, also explain the process that I'm going through right now to get certified for all of that, kind of show behind the scenes of how all of this works and stuff like that, and hopefully it gives people some insight and stuff like that as well. So, just a little background on how this happened. So last February, I got to work on a Lecrae record called Your Power, and I'm listed in the credits as one of the engineers. And that song went on to do really well, and people really liked it. And then on November 11th, it got nominated, and that was the first time I've ever even been nominated. And then fast forward to February 2024, the song was announced as the winner for Best Gospel Performance, Your Power, Lecrae featuring Tasha Cobb Leonard.
And the Grammy goes to Your Power, Lecrae and Tasha Cobb Leonard.
It was exciting, yeah. I was blown away. I've been working for something like that my entire career. And regardless of what people think about the Grammys or even gold records or platinum records or whatever it may be, when you get one, it does feel pretty great. It really does. But it really did leave a lot to be desired, actually, which to me I actually found to be a really good thing, because I think it's kind of cool that my first Grammy win still kind of wasn't fulfilling enough. It kind of left a lot of hunger for me to want more. So let me explain what I mean by that. So first, I'm listed as an engineer, which is great. You know, I'll take any Grammy that I can. Don't get me wrong, I am thankful, but my ultimate goal is to be a full-time producer and to do it at a very high level in this industry, and also to eventually be at the status where I can be an executive producer on really high-end albums. So really, my biggest goal is to win a Grammy as a producer, maybe even a songwriter one day, maybe for one of my own songs that I'm not a vocalist, but you know, like how DJ Khaled or Metro Boomin or something, they'll put albums together. You know, something like that. You know, that's my hope, that I might win one like that. But don't get me wrong, winning one as an engineer is still great, but I really want to win one as a producer, and I want to win one for my own song. Other things too that left a lot to be desired is I wasn't able to go to the award ceremony. I've never been even nominated before, so I didn't know what the process was or how this was gonna go about. So it all happened very fast. But the day that the tickets went on sale, I went to go, purchase some tickets to go to the Grammys, and then I found out that you actually need, in order to purchase the tickets, you need to be a member of the Recording Academy, which I'm not. I'm gonna try to apply this year, so hopefully I can make it in. But in order to even be able to buy the tickets, you have to be a part of the Recording Academy, or formally invited, but I wasn't a big enough deal, or I didn't play a big enough role to, be formally invited or whatever. So that left a lot to be desired. I got to watch the acceptance speech of Lecrae on stage, and the main producer, my good friend Jupiter Lee. That's actually how I got involved in it, because he's a really good friend of mine, and he just brought the record our way. Very talented producer. But he was on the stage, and then another one of my friends, Cortland Lids, he was on stage as well. He was another one of the engineers. So they got to go, and I'm at home, and I'm watching them on the live stream on stage, accepting the award. They're on stage, and I'm just like, man, this... it feels great. Like, in the moment, I'm like, yes, I won. But afterwards, I was thinking, like, boy, I do wanna be on stage though, and I want to go to the ceremony. And and also I want to win one for, like I said, as a producer for my own song. And by the way, this doesn't take anything away from what Lecrae and Tasha did. I don't want to take away at all. It's more just how the Grammys are nowadays and people's attention spans. But a lot of categories aren't aired on the live primetime broadcast. So our category wasn't, I don't want to say big enough because I don't want to downplay it, but they didn't put our category on TV. They put ours in the live stream in the afternoon. I think it was at like 3 p.m. when Lecrae and them went on stage to accept it. So that was another thing that left a lot to be desired, is that, I hope to win one that is a category that makes it on the primetime TV as well. So I think what's cool though is that my first Grammy is one that does leave a lot to be desired. It's like my first one could have been like, record of the year and we're on TV and I'm on stage and everyone's there. And I'm generally not the type of person to get complacent, but even the greats, Michael Jordan and Tom Brady, they're always looking for a little extra thing to give them a little extra chip on their shoulder, a little extra competitive edge. And this just kind of gives me a little bit more motivation. Hey, I won one. This is great, but let me win another one. And I want to be more involved and I want to play a bigger role and I want to be there at the ceremony. But what I do think is cool about it, and I was talking to some of my friends about this and my mom, is like, I won this as an engineer on there, and I kind of look at this as like, this is like an extra Grammy. So what I mean by that is when I win my next Grammy, I'm instantly gonna be a multi-time Grammy Award winning engineer or producer because I've already won one, right? And one extra one always sounds better, right? So let's say there's a point where I win 4 more Grammys. Well, I have an extra one. So what sounds better? 4-time Grammy Award winning engineer or 5-time Grammy Award winning engineer, right? So it's always get that extra one. What if I win 9 more, right? Does 9-time Grammy Award winner or does 10-time Grammy Award winner sound better, right? So that extra one always sounds better. And not that I'm like working for, all this like legacy and be the greatest of all time. I can't control that. I'm not worried about that. But, I also thought in the back of my head, long term, legacy wise, that could be the little extra thing that if there's a debate between like myself and maybe another great all-time producer, and we're, let's say 40. By the way, I'm not on 40's level. Who knows though? Maybe if I keep working hard enough, maybe I might get to a level where I'm at least in the conversation. But because I have one extra Grammy, if we're having like the debate and everything, and it's like, I don't know, I should have looked it up, but let's just say like, 10-time Grammy Award winner, right? Or whoever I'm going against. But I've won 10 more, but because I have this extra one, now I'm 11-time more. So it might just kind of give me that little extra for that conversation. But that's like 20, 30 years down the road. Just something that I thought about. But regardless of all of that conversation for down the road, it still feels incredible. And what's cool about it is moving forward, anytime that I'm like interviewing on a podcast, or if I'm going to be speaking on a panel for the rest of my life, people are going to introduce me as, please welcome Grammy Award winning engineer Realistic. Like that's always going to be in front of my title from now on. So, just a huge honor. So let me kind of explain the process that I'm going through right now of, behind the scenes of what's going on. On March 3rd, or March 5th, somewhere early March, we'll just say early March, they open up the eligibility for you to be able to apply for the Grammy certificate. Like if you've been a part of a Grammy Award winning song can apply to get a certificate to show proof that you won it and that you were a part of it. And so I applied for that, and they said that it takes 8 to 10 weeks to deliver that certificate in the mail. And as I'm airing this, it's first week of April, and I ordered that like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So yeah, I still probably got another 4 to 6 weeks before that comes. And when it does, I'll show it on social media and stuff like that. But yeah, just waiting for that. It is $150 for that certificate. I think some of what you're paying for, I could be totally wrong, but I'm comparing it to the RIAA, the people that certify gold and platinum records. But part of that $150 is you might be paying for the audit of them to be able to go and see if you were actually a part of it. Because last time I checked, it could have changed, but the RIAA charges is $400 to audit it. If you were a part of a gold or platinum record, it's a $400 to audit it to basically show that there's proof that you were really a part of it and that the song did indeed go gold or platinum. And then from there, you're able to, go get your plaque made and stuff like that. And by the way, also, unless like you're a famous artist and the label gifts it to you or something like that, a lot of the plaques that you see, especially for engineers and producers, that comes out of pocket. There's not just some company that's just giving you these plaques, just, hey, here you go. You want you're gold or platinum. Here's a free plaque. That comes out of pocket. And people will probably think, well, that's BS, or how is that? But, when you think about it economically, how would a company make money if they're just sending out all these free plaques and stuff like that? So anyways, sorry to go on that rant, but long story short, if you go gold or platinum, $400 to audit the RIAA, and then after that, then you can go get the plaque made, and then that comes out of pocket too, and you can design it yourself. And people like Ariana Grande or Drake, the labels will buy those and then gift them to them. But artists, engineers and producers, we're not so fortunate. We got to go get that. But hey, it's part of the game. It sucks. It is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you what. Whenever I get a record that goes gold or platinum, I'm gonna pay for that audit, and I'm gonna buy that plaque, and I'm gonna hang that up. It's worth it to me, and I think it's something that's not only gonna look great, but it just kind of adds to the legacy. Same thing with this $150 that I had to pay for the Grammy certificate that proves that I won a Grammy. Hey, would it be great if I didn't have to? Sure, but there's nothing that was going to stop me from getting that certificate and that award. It means so much to my career. It's such an honorary thing. It's so rare to get these. They're hard, and it's something that I'm proud of. It's definitely the biggest accomplishment of my career so far. Hopefully I do more. So whenever I get that certificate, I'll show that off and do a video on that. And then from the certificate, I'll go and I'll get the trophy. And I'm planning on setting the trophy. I'm going to break the fourth wall here, kind of show you my little recording setup. But I'm planning on putting the trophy right here on this little gear rack right there. That's where I'm going to put that when I get the actual trophy. And from what I'm understanding, I don't think they make them out of gold anymore. They stopped making the actual Grammy trophies out of gold. It sounds like they make them out of zinc now, but it's not really. I don't think you're paying for the quality like you would some fine china or something like that. I think you're paying more for the concept of the award. Like having the physical Grammy trophy is worth more than if it's made out of real gold or not anymore. And at least in my mind, I think there's just value of having the actual, physical award. And, when people come to my studio and stuff like that, and they can see it, I just think it gives me more credibility and stuff like that. And hopefully it just helps with more business and kind of brings people more my way. And hopefully it'll, gets me to get my foot in the door even more and go further in the industry and maybe be able to work with some more big names because I, have that under my belt. So yeah, that's basically the process that I've been going through as far as getting the certificate and the trophy. So it's just kind of a waiting game at this point. But now that I kind of got all of that out of the way, the process and how I said that, I kind of felt it left a lot to be desired, I do want to talk about all the good things that I felt when it happened. And when I won it, I told my mom, because, my mom asked, how do you feel? And, I smiled and I was like, I proved that you can do it. I proved that you can win one of these by just working really hard and not quitting. I don't have a rich uncle with a bunch of connections in the music industry. I don't have cousins that live out in Hollywood and work in Hollywood. Basically what I'm saying is I didn't really have connections in the beginning. I'm just a kid that grew up in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin and didn't have any connections in the industry, and I just kept working really, really hard, and I just refused to give up. And that's kind of why I have such a long credit list with all the celebrities that I've worked with, because it was always just working hard. It's not that I'm more talented than anybody or more skilled or anything or luckier. Really, I just kept working hard, and that was really what it was. And so, yeah, when I won the award, that's what I just felt. I was like, man, I proved it can be done. I proved that you can grow up in a small town and not have any connections, and that you can just go out there, work your ass off, and you can win one of these. And that's ultimately what, feels one of the better feelings. I stopped because the best feeling that I got from it, I don't want to sound, lame or cheesy or sappy, but it's the truth. If you know anything about my background, I've, haven't always lived, on the up and up. I gave my mom a tough time growing up. Definitely gave her a lot of unneeded stress that I didn't need to in my life. And so the best feeling was this moment, I knew for a fact that I made my mom proud, and without question. This was one of those moments where it's like, I know that my mom is feeling so proud right now because of this. And that's honestly been the best feeling this entire time, is just knowing that, I've done that and was able to, with everything with my past, I was at least able to have this moment. But yeah, like I said, it feels great. I'm still hungry though. I still want more, and I'm still focused. And I don't really, this is really the first time I've talked about it. I never bring it up in conversation, even if I'm out and about or I'm with somebody in person. Everybody else actually brings it up. I never bring it up. It's always them that brings it up. Before, if you know me, I was, I've always had a chip on my shoulder and kind of always, was kind of beating the drum of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be, this and that. But when I won, it actually made me feel a lot more humble, because I felt like I can do a lot less talking about it now, and that the award speaks for itself, and I don't have to be in people's face about it. And if people want to know that about me, they can see it. It's on my Instagram, in my bio, that I won it. I mean, I think, anybody watching this video, if they won one, I think they would, at bare minimum, post about it or put it on their timeline or in their bio. And, but like I said, I just felt like it it speaks for itself. So in a lot of ways, it made me more humble, made me less arrogant and more confident. Because like I said, I just feel like an award like that, people see it and it's like, oh, okay, you know, he's legit, or he's probably pretty good at what he does. So anyways, yeah, that's my little rant on that. Hopefully it was insightful. Hopefully, not only did you kind of hear about what it feels like to win one of these, hopefully you're able to kind of get a little insight of all the behind the scenes stuff of what the process is to get nominated and win one and the whole certificate, because this was all new information to me as well, and I'm learning it as I go. And one of the things, if you've been following me for a while, one of the things that you know about me is when I learn something in this industry, I go out and I share it to you guys and let you guys know. But anyways, yeah, let me know down in the comment section, if about moments that you're really proud of in your career, or some of your goals and stuff that you're working for. I'd love to start that conversation. And let me know if you kind of want to see more personal videos like this too. I'm kind of working on starting those. I'm still going to do the tutorials, don't get me wrong, but I'm looking to give more of a behind the scenes and kind of show how things are done, and not just always doing tutorials of this is how you EQ this or that, because I've done that for 5 years and there's only so many tutorials that I can do. But anyways, hopefully this video was insightful. If you did like it and enjoyed it, if you won't mind, if you could hit the like button, it would do a lot to help my channel grow, because believe it or not, it does help my channel grow, because if you like the video, then it tells YouTube that, hey, maybe somebody else might like this video, and then it might show it to them in their feed. And if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can see videos like this. You can also see videos like my tutorials and a new series that I just started called Making a Living in the Music Industry, where each week I break down a different way to make income in the music industry. Anyways, if you subscribe, you get to have access to that and see that in your feed as they pop up. All right, until next time, y'all. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this tutorial. If you found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe, because it does help the channel grow. When you like a video, it tells YouTube that you liked it, and maybe other people will like it as well. And also be sure to check out my online mixing and mastering courses, the art of beat mixing, the art of vocal mixing, and the art of mastering, all available now. And if this video was helpful and you're looking for other videos, you can watch a video here, and here. All right, until next time, y'all.